Watopian Weekly. You should listen to it every week because I'm gonna listen to it. Yay!
Welcome to Watopian Weekly, Season 4, Episode 7, the podcast for Zwifters, cyclists, and everyone else. Each week, we are here to discuss all things Zwift, life, and beyond. My name is Dustin, and here he is, ladies and gentlemen.
We got the light music here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I gotta do that again. I messed up. Mr. Fred. All right, start over. And to cut this out. All right, here we go. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen. The man who stares Dangerous Noodle square in the face and says, I'm not afraid of you. I'm not some rigatoni that you can just push around. I'm a Mastacholi. You know, I've got ridges. I can hold integrity. I'm not going to fold. I've got, ridges that can stand up to the most scariest and angriest of arrabbiata sauces. Josh. Hey, Josh.
I think this intro tops all of them.
Arrabbiata. Arrabbiata. I think I said that right. I know people will correct me, and that's totally fine. But yeah, welcome, Josh. And I bet you're gonna make an arrabbiata sauce now, aren't you? Or I can send you a recipe. I have a couple of them.
Yep. Now I'm going.
All right, I'll I'll send you one. But it takes a while. But it's an angry sauce, I guess. So. Yeah, and anyway, but what about for do you identify as a Mastacholi?
I'm more of a penne.
Ooh, okay, all right. So the penne is similar to Mastacholi, but then but the end is different, I think, right?
All the cool kids eat penne.
Well, it's funny that I feel like I'm more of a rigatoni personally, but because I get pushed around and I feel like I'm hollow inside, I guess. Oh boy, that really cuts to the core of me. Oh my gosh.
I'm not hating on the rigatoni either.
No, I like rigatoni actually. To eat, I'd rather eat a rigatoni, I guess. But Mastacholi, I grew up in a Mastacholi household, man. We'd have Mastacholi all the time. So, and like I don't know what the deal is with that, but that's like my dad's favorite noodle, so we'd always have Mastacholi. So
it's as far as I'm concerned, it's all the same, just different shapes.
Yeah, but it's the ridges. The ridges they
Yes,
hold the sauce better. So yeah, I guess it depends on what you're making. So yeah, like big ziti. Well, ziti's different too. Oh man, we're going down a rabbit hole. Yeah, and by the way, we did get some positive comments about the whole the He-Man when we went into He-Man and everything. That's yeah. Did you? Yeah. I have some more figurines here. I can show you on. I can act out a scene.
Whip out the collection.
Yeah, I've got Castle Grayskull right over here too. But yeah, well, we haven't talked too much about that. But is that what? Because you didn't grow up with He-Man. What do you do?
No. Pokemon was
okay.
was all the rage.
Yeah,
Wheeling and dealing, trading cards, kids getting in trouble for selling things on the on the hollowed grounds of the playground.
Oh
yeah.
man. That's it, Josh. You've got go up to the wall. Oh man, you'd have to. Did you ever have to spend time up against the wall at all?
Yeah. I had to sit on the ramp for selling trying to wheel and deal too many Charizards apparently.
Oh my gosh, that is awesome. I mean, okay, kids listening to this, they should listen to their teachers and everything and make sure that they're doing what you're told. But that's hilarious.
Hey, Pokemon's making a comeback.
Oh yeah, I don't think it ever left, man.
Yeah.
I just remember when I was like probably I don't know, I was in maybe high school or middle school or something when that was coming out, and I was like, what is this? And yeah, I just didn't really understand it. But so do you play the games or do you just collect the cards?
No, I haven't collected or purchased anything Pokemon related in ages. But
yeah, and
yeah,
people...
I still have it. I was looking at my collection the other day. I'm like, can I sell any of these?
You probably can, because there's probably something super like impressive, like
I'll defer to a friend of mine who knows more about like all the card stuff and
yeah,
is more well connected to that market.
people can't see, but Josh is in a full Pikachu. It's a what's it called? A Pikachu hoodie that when he puts it up, it has the ears on it and everything. Yeah.
Too bad it's not a morph suit.
Oh man! So have you ever dressed up as Pokemon for Halloween or anything?
Yes. My mom, bless her heart, made myself a Squirtle costume.
No way.
Yeah. My brother, or no, I was a Psyduck,
Okay, I know who that is.
and my brother was Squirtle.
Oh,
And I
wow.
remember getting really offended when people were like, "Look, Mom, it's a duck." And I'm like, "It's not a duck. It's a Psyduck."
I'm taking your Snickers, kid. Yeah. Just take. Oh man. And then, so is that your favorite? Is that yeah, your
I don't
favorite
know.
Pokemon?
My mom probably just did it because she was like, "These kids are giving me a headache." So
Make him a Pokemon to get him to stop talking. Oh man, yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Oh my gosh. And then, by the way, we celebrated Valentine's Day. Did you guys do anything for Valentine's Day?
we've been. This sounds super random, but we've been really into making some terrariums lately. So
Nice.
we made a couple more on Valentine's Day, which is pretty fun. So
Nice. The lady I live with, who smells so nice, and I have been married for a long time, and we've decided that we can show our care for each other every day of the year, except for, and we don't just have to do it on February 14th. Which what that really means is I didn't get her anything. So
I thought this was going in a different direction.
No.
When you're saying, yeah, we can show care for each other on every day, other than February 14th when we're really mean to each other.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
I thought that was going in a different direction.
Yeah, no, but she got me something, which was really nice. So, I appreciated that, and I appreciate her, and I appreciate all of us, and our daughter too, and everything. So, but yeah, I don't know. Let's see. We had frozen pizzas and stayed inside because it was freezing outside. I know.
We had a bunch of snow, so
Same.
We were gonna do some outside related activities, and then I think we were both like,
yeah.
Let's not do that.
And we finally got snow. So we were getting snow on Friday night, and then we finally got snow on. That's why we couldn't go out or anything anyway, because the weather wasn't good. And so then on Saturday we got some snow, and it was finally almost warm enough to go outside. And so we went sledding yesterday, which was awesome, totally rad. I love sledding, and we have a snow tube. It's like I think it's 40 inches or something like that in diameter. The thing is huge, and that was fun. All the neighborhood kids, going down and pushing them down on the hill and stuff, and super fun. Although I would also have to sled down on like the plastic sled, and then carry my sled and the inner tube up because it's too heavy.
Oh, man.
Yeah, but gotta do it sometimes.
Just being exploited for your labor there.
Yeah, well, I didn't work out yesterday either, so that was my workout. So I ran up the hill each time, so that felt good because I've got a ladder race today, which but
you got one today, huh?
Yeah, yep. And I wanted to put out a plug for ladder races and for ZRL and DRS. If you happen to be racing DRS or ZRL, which we are going to talk about, or ladder, and you get a race pass from your captain, please click it. Just click it so that your captain knows that it's been accepted and it got there to you. Because I don't know about you, Josh, but when you send out a race pass and then like you think like, oh man, it didn't work or something because someone's not in the pen, and then they show up at the pen like 5 minutes before the banner drops, and you just
I think everyone's used to me just badgering constantly, so it's okay.
Yeah, on our team is definitely getting your availability in for sure. Man, you definitely want to do that. So let's see here. We should definitely be pivoting here. This is a perfect time to pivot to the Danger Noodle. All right, let's talk about ZRL, the last episode. By the way, it's just Josh and I this weekend, or just this week. But the full team will be back together soon. So just wait for that. But anyway, so sending good vibes out to everybody. Yeah. I can. Anyway.
So the Danger Noodle.
The Danger Noodle.
Another phrase for snake or nope rope. whatever you want to call it.
And
Interesting course, brand new, right?
yeah, but let's talk about the nope rope thing. Is this supposed to be like? Is it? I gotta think that this is from like a video game or something where someone's trying to reach for a rope or something in the jungle, and it's a snake, and then they pull on it and they fall down like in the cartoons. Is that what it is?
Nah, I think it's just someone like jokingly somewhere at some time called a snake a nope rope or a danger noodle. So
Is that it?
Now it's stuck.
It's got to be an Indiana Jones or something.
I don't know. It might be.
There's this video game called Jungle Hunt. Anybody who's on Atari 2600 will probably remember that. But where you go from side to side and side, you go from. Oh man, that's such a great game. Anyway, I there's nothing about a snake though in that. I thought it was something completely different. But yeah. So anyway, Danger Noodle. All right, so let's talk about the Danger Noodle here because this is the last one's scratch race, which is going to be something else, I think. And I was talking on our team on Coalition Epiphany about this because I missed all the recon rides yesterday and I won't be able to make the ones today. So and the point was brought up that I've ridden all these courses, all these parts before, just not in this order. So I'm just gonna have to really study the video. But where do you think the big selection points are going to be?
Yeah, I mean, there's really only two attack points here, and that's Titans Grove KOM, reverse and forward. So
yeah,
I have a feeling all the way up until that point. So Titans Grove KOM reverse is the first one, and that doesn't come until 13.3 kilometers in.
Correct.
I kind of have a feeling everyone is gonna stay together up until then. I mean, there's really not much of a point in attacking early. I mean, maybe someone will, but I have a hard time imagining that someone's gonna do some crazy breakaway by themselves for the whole part of the race before that happens. But I would say Titans, any of the Titans Grove segments is probably the primary attack points, especially the second one, which is 2.6 kilometers long. So
yeah. And I think that definitely. Yeah, I feel like that's probably going to be the two big spots there. And we don't go around Jarvis Island though. That's
no.
For some reason I thought we did, but so those are the really two the only parts. And it's
I mean it's pretty much a pancake.
Yeah.
Outside of that, I mean,
there's some rolling sections here where separation can be made, and that could also be a false people think we're going to be fine, and then just that could be a good spot to punch it, especially like through the S's or something. But
yeah, it'll be an interesting course. I'm hoping it's entertaining at least after the Titans Grove com. I have a feeling it's going to be maybe a little bit of a relaxed atmosphere up until then, but we'll see. Maybe people will press the pace and it'll be faster ahead of that.
And I don't know about you, but like for us in C2, the rollouts for a scratch race have been much more chill than they have been for a points race. So
I've noticed the same. Like the people aren't just completely smashing it right out of the pen. So I don't anticipate that people are just gonna like absolutely blitz out of the pen on this one. Maybe they will.
Maybe.
But I don't know. I'm hoping as a lightweight that so lightweight draft or feather, van, and anvil are the ones power ups in play. So my hope is use those anvils well as someone who's more of a lightweight rider.
I am 100% behind the anvil. I like the anvil. I know some people don't, but I think it's great. It's fantastic. I think it makes up so many places if you can use it correctly, and they have it fixed. You remember when it first came out, it didn't matter where you were. If you were going uphill and you hit it, it was still did the same whatever added your I can't remember how much it adds to your 1.5% or adds to your body weight, whatever it is. But but it used to be
makes you a unit.
Yeah. It just makes you heavy. But like it used to be, it happened whenever, and it didn't matter if you're going up or down. But now they fix it, so if you're going up, it doesn't affect you. So if you happen.
Same with feather too.
Yep, same with feather. Yeah.
So even if you accidentally deploy feather on the downhill,
Yeah.
rest assured, nothing is happening.
Right. Yeah, but then you can but it's just wasting. It's just the time's just going up. But then you can also if someone hits an anvil in front of you and you don't have an anvil, you can get on their back and hit the draft van if you can or something, and just try and hold on as much as possible, because that anvil will make a difference. And the descents aren't super long. I mean, basically, it is just the backside of the Titan's Grove, basically. So
yeah. I mean, we go up the kind of rollers towards the Titan's Grove KOM reverse, and then it's more of downhill rollers coming out of Titan's Grove KOM towards the finish. I don't really know what bike choice to go with here. I'm probably going Pinarello Dogma. I think what I'll go with.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do the same, and also with disc wheels. You think probably? Or...
Yeah, I'll probably do disc wheels. I tempted to do more of a climbing stuff because I think I can stick in the giraffe just fine, especially if the pace is not at all pressed whatsoever before any of the hills. Then maybe might benefit from more climbing stuff. But I think Dogma is the best all-around option, especially the sprint's going to be towards kind of trend flat downhill. Don't want to not go arrow enough.
Yeah, I know. This is this used to be so much easier because you would just say, "Oh, yeah, Tron, just take the Tron." But now you've got with the Pinarello in there, it just seems like it's and that's a good thing. I mean, you because it's not really fair that the people that haven't earned the Tron yet don't have that advantage.
I'll waffle on bike choice and then get spit out the back like the first hill anyway. So
yeah, well, I'm definitely excited for this, but I really want to so we need to talk about this ladder race too that I'm doing later. But I feel like I want to push the heck out of this as much as possible and make a early separation, but and just hold sweet spot the rest of the way. But I don't know that I can do that. But that's my plan for today. But,
I mean, if you are so I think we're sitting 6th right now, and I think barring something like really pulling a rabbit out of a hat, like we're not going to get top 3 anyway. So, kind of worth testing something new if you're not kind of in that podium position, or the team's not in that podium position. You could always try it.
That's
Worst
true.
that can happen is it fails spectacularly.
Yeah, and somebody gets it on their stream.
Yeah, it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, that's a good point too, because I think we're sitting 9th right now, which is I have to give a shout out to Coalition Epiphany, because though we have, I mean, all of us are pretty much brand new racing together. I've raced with a couple of the guys before, but some people are brand new to Zwift racing and stuff, and I'm so proud of our team. We've done such a great work this time and everything, and this round has been really tough for some of us because they've never done it before. So it's been super fun. And the other point I was going to say is that we've worked really well together and learning a lot of new things and learning about how we each ride and everything too. So I think if maybe I can convince everybody to go super early and we can just try it. Yeah, because we're 9th. That's fine, right? I mean,
yeah. I mean, you could. I mean, it would be fun to get the team together and just say, "Hey, we're gonna press at this spot collectively," and it's either gonna be one of the best breakaways, or it's gonna fail spectacularly, and who cares?
All right, so I'm not going to tell everybody where we're going to do this, but if I was going to do this, well, because it's so hard, because like I would say, like for me, I would say like let's do the warm up area, and then when we come back around the pens on the back side of it, like let's hit it there before everybody even gets to the S's and everything, and before all of that part comes in.
I would do it right at the sprint section, because someone is going to be like, "Oh, look at this idiot!" Like
going for the
idiots,
sprints.
like going for the sprint segments, and thinking that it's a points race.
Yeah, it's a points race. Just going for the sprint. Yeah, that's an excellent idea. Oh my gosh. Okay, so rope-a-dope for sure. But the problem is the KOMs though. It's like you got to have good confidence in that KOM time. Which I feel like I can do. I mean, it's maybe 2 minutes.
They are a bit draftable.
Yeah.
I mean, the the first one is definitely more steep. The reverse is definitely more steep.
Yeah.
So if you can make it over that intact, then you could definitely make a run there.
Yeah. We've got some there's some in our group. There's some Sisu guys that I've raced in ladder, and they're super strong. They should be in B, I think, but I don't know. No, they're like they're so strong, and that they've put in the hurt on us so many times. And
CC's a good team.
Yeah, they are.
I mean, they're really strong in our group too. So
yeah. So we're gonna be I gotta be marking those guys. Okay, so I'm not gonna say where we're gonna attack, but Josh says the sprint section. That's a good idea. Yeah. What do you think?
Well.
Is Lewis gonna go away with the win again this week?
I don't know. That would be pretty cool to win two. I mean,
Yeah.
it's really awesome to win one, let
I
alone
know.
two.
Isn't it funny how hard it? I mean, it's hard to win L race anytime, but I feel like in a ZRL, it's so hard. It feels like it's so hard.
I mean, I think you need. You obviously need the numbers, right?
Yep.
You need the numbers. You need the racecraft, and maybe a bit of luck too.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I mean, those first two put you in a position that
Mhm.
can make it happen. So
Yeah, and having your team around you too, helping you just to stay motivated and everything.
bark orders in people's ear.
Yeah, yeah, that's awesome. So, all right, let's go. Come on, Lewis. It's up to you. You got to win.
Yeah,
all right,
lead us to the promised land.
that's right. That's right. All right, so that's good. That's good. That'll be fun. And then let's pivot. Let's talk about. Here we go. DRS is back.
Yeah,
Come on.
let's go.
Now, last summer, you and I got to race together for a lot of this because I was in the same rating. But now you just exploded up the rankings. Great job. And I'm still stuck down here. But
I've had a nice 50-point drop since being sick. Still Sapphire, but kind of tanked a bit here.
Oh, you'll get it
this
back.
This will be tough because it's Sapphire and Emerald.
Okay.
And the gulf between those two is pretty substantial.
Yeah. Well,
so it'll be a good, if nothing else, I mean, it'll definitely push. I'm obviously not going to be winning any of those, but it'll definitely be good to, push the bounds of the ability though, if nothing else.
But the cool thing about DRS is how it is categorized. So we talk about this about in ZRL a lot, but in ZRL they use just the Zwift racing score for that. But here for us here or in DRS they're going to use Zwift racing app and that kind of racing thing, whatever that's called. Just the Zwift racing app.
Yep.
Velascore.
Yep.
Oh, gosh, I couldn't even think about it. So it'll be Velascoring, and that's awesome because it feels like to me it feels like you're closer with the people that are around you.
Yes.
So there isn't such a big gap like you were talking about. So.
Results, it's strictly results based. I mean, people get a seed score based on their 5-minute power, but then goes up or down based on how well you do. Mm-hmm. So. There's definitely going to be something in it for climbers, sprinters, and everything in between. So the folks who are climbers who maybe don't have that 15-second and under sprint power definitely can definitely can have their time to shine on the hilly courses.
Yeah, this is going to be it's going to be something. I mean, they do have if you go to dirtracingseries.com, you can pull up their website and it has the whole schedule on there. It doesn't tell you exactly what the routes are, but we know the prologue, which starts Wednesday, February 26th. So it's basically a week after ZRL finishes. Instead of being on Tuesday, now they're on Wednesdays. So that is kind of weird for me. I know it's silly, but it's just that I'm used to racing on Tuesday nights. So having to move my day one more over, it's not that big of a deal, but it's I don't know. I just have to change how I'm hitting my peak or something, or
change how you operate.
Yeah, there we go. Or my peak. I'm not really hitting my peak, or I don't know. Am I? Maybe I'm peaking too soon. All right. Anyway, but we're talking about this. So we've got like a points race right away, and it says Queens Highway After Party. So this has got to be in Yorkshire, And then we go to France, and then we're in Watopia, and then it looks like it's in New York, and then Radio Rendezvous. That's the only one I'm really worried about. And the fourth,
that one does say custom distance too, so.
When
I see that, I assume Radio Tower is going to be.
Yes, that might be the one I miss. No,
you've fallen ill that day.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
Gosh, I can't even think about what I've got something.
Hey,
to
mark
do.
your calendar, 40 days in advance for being sick.
Yep. Oh man, and then we got Chasing the Sun on McCurry Islands, and then the classic, which I'm not sure what the classic is. That ITT
London.
Oh yeah. They just spelled
Pancake.
it wrong. Yeah. Classique. Isn't there a QUE in there? All right. Anyway.
Yeah.
And then the Scottish Smash at the end for the last one, which now that one says flat-ish. I wonder if that means going up.
all these say flat-ish.
Yeah.
So we'll see what that means. But
Yeah.
it looks like we got one team timed race, one ITT, and then the rest of the 6 are points races.
Yeah.
Or 5 are points races.
And the team time race, those are interesting because they're everybody starts at the same time, right? And it's still isn't it the last is it the 4th person or the 6th person that goes over the line? I can't remember.
I think it's 4th.
Is it the 4th?
Yeah, you don't use TT bikes, draft is on, all that good stuff. So that'll be interesting.
But it's super fun because you can still like you can still draft with everybody too, and you don't have to be with your team, but it's your 4th rider. When that person crosses the line, that's the time that they get. So it does it's in your advantage to stay with your team together and keep everyone together, at least to your 4th person. But your 4 could go up with somebody else or some other 4 or something. So it's super cool. It's a great dynamic, and it adds another dynamic to the racing too, another advantage or way to think about that. I really like that.
Yeah.
But
very unique.
Yeah, it is very unique. That's right. And then the ITTs, everyone starts at the same time too, but the drafting is off. It's all by yourself, and you just don't feel as lonely. Yeah.
Yeah. I always felt weird during those in FRR because you're just so used to the draft being on. It's like, why am I working so much harder?
Yeah, I know it, but I think the psychological of having everybody there helps you. But then we're so used to having that draft that you sit there and think I can draft.
Like,
Why
I'm just
am I not
working
drafting?
so much harder.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, but yeah, this is gonna be awesome. And there's what I'm excited for the most is that there's U.S. time zones because there weren't
US
before.
East.
Yes, and because we've got Atlantic, and then we've also we have East and West, and that's just gonna be awesome. So and I think
Definitely looking forward to that too. And I think you touched on this too, Dustin, but using VeloScore, there's 10 rankings in ZwiftRacing.app. So those are divided up into 2 rankings per like category, if you will. So if you think of top level people like Diamond and Rubies will be together, all the way down to like Copper and Bronze will be together in a pen. So, and like I said, it's all results based scoring. So theoretically, you're with people with very similar racing ability as you.
Yeah, this is awesome. If listeners, if you've never done DRS, talk to your
Highly
team.
recommend.
Yeah, get on there, and if you haven't, if you're not on a team, you can just go to dirtracingseries.com, check it out, and I'm sure you could even get on Dirt. Or we'll put the plug out here for Coalition. You can join Coalition, absolutely. Josh and I are both on that team. Although there's lots of great teams, like we talked about Zissou and everything. Those guys are fantastic. Which we're going to have Matt from Zissou on soon too. So that's going to be really fun.
Yes.
To talk to him about the team and stuff too. So, so I know this week. By the way, I was gonna say the team that we're racing for is Magma Coalition Magma. So if you see, that's my team. Who are you racing for, Josh? Do you know?
I don't think I have the team name yet.
Oh. So there was we got to choose some of their names, and I chose Liquid Hot Magma, but they only let us have Magma. And then David, the guy who's coordinating it for us, he said, it's Liquid Hot like how you race? And I wasn't sure if he meant like because I move slow like lava, or I burn out quickly and turn to stone. I wasn't really sure, or just burn everything in my path. I don't know. But Liquid Hot Magma. All right, but that's what we're racing for, and it's going to be in the USA East, but we'll be in the. I think is gold and silver together. I can't remember. You just talked about it, but
yes,
yeah,
gold and silver will be together. Yep.
Yeah, so we'll be in the gold and silver thing together, and it's going to be awesome. And one more thing. I'm sorry, but did you find out what team you're racing for or not yet?
No. I was trying to look it up, but yeah,
that's all right. But then the other cool thing is that you don't have, like in ZRL, you can only race 6 people at a time. But I'm pretty sure we can race all 8 at a time here on for this, and then it's only your top 6 score. I think is that it? Oh, I can't remember. It's been a while since we've done
8.
Top 8. So yeah, so you can.
Well, I think I take that back. 8 can race. I don't remember how many score though.
How many score? Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be awesome to be able to do this because then we don't have to have people sitting on there. But so all 8 can race, but the maximum of 4 will score for each points as for the team classification for each event. But yeah, it's going to be cool. I'm just looking at this right here, but that's awesome because then everybody can race and you don't have to sit on the sidelines too. So yeah, it's super
good for
fun.
everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. So Josh, I know we got distracted with our Valentine's Day plans, or yours actually did something and I didn't. But and we didn't even do our weekly catch up. But and I know so we're out of order. What have you been doing this week?
Back to racing.
Yeah.
Not well, but back to racing. So I skipped Tuesday because I just it was going to be a bad idea to just say, all right, I've basically taken 2 weeks off from racing. Let's do 3 back to back. That was going to be a bad idea. So opted out of Tuesday. But I did 2 ladder races on Wednesday and Thursday. Yeah, we won both of them. I personally didn't finish super great, but the team won, so that's all that
that's
matters.
awesome. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Gotta support the team.
That's all that matters. So yeah, like I said, fellow ranking is tanking, but yeah, we have some tough matchups coming up this next week, so it should be interesting. I'm hopeful that it's starting to feel a little bit better enough to actually perform decently well. I think the cardio is still okay, but the recovery after the short bursts that are pretty common in ladder is lacking.
Oh, you'll get it back though, man.
Yeah,
you'll definitely get it back, and it might just take a little while, but you'll definitely get it back. And then
so yeah, that's otherwise I have done some zone 2.
Yes, good.
Yeah. Coach Cat would be proud. So I did stay disciplined and actually do that. So.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I find that hard to do. So like yesterday, I was supposed to do that and race openers yesterday. So I had him planned. I had him planned out to do on the recon ride, but we went sledding instead, which was probably a good point because it was super fun.
Curry favor with the family.
That's exactly it because and then I can because I don't want to be gone for so long because there's a 2-hour ride is that's the lady I live with who smells so nice is very, very kind and lets me do stuff like that. But that can be asking a lot sometimes. But So, but yeah, we're I've been doing the workouts. One thing I have to say that's strange is that Coach Cat, by the way, I'm doing the Fast Cat workouts and I'm not getting paid or sponsored or anything like that, but I'm welcome to that. But anyway, the Coach Cat has been. He's been making me have days off, which is not something that I'm used to, and I know it's not something that you're used to at all either, too, Josh. But
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, but it's been interesting because it's forcing me to have a day off, and I sometimes feel like I feel like I have the time now. Why am I not doing it? But then It's like you're having a day off. There's a reason for it, so your body can regenerate and then go faster in the next time. And I just have to remember that and do that. But yeah, that's been hard to do. But I've just been doing that. But then because this week I had to work, so I didn't get to do ZRL this week. I really missed out on
No
that.
ladder either.
No ladder really. I don't think.
But you do have one today.
Got one today. Today, this one is Merclonia versus HOFC, I think, and this is going to be. And I want to talk about this, so I want to get your take on this. This is Downtown Dolphin, in Crit City, and there's 10 laps. I mean, we're looking at maybe like 2.5, maybe 3 minutes a lap. Do you think? Maybe less than that, probably.
Ish, yeah.
Yeah. So this is there's only the Preem or the Prime. This is I can never remember if the Bell Lap or Downtown Dolphin is my preferred direction. I think this is not. Yeah, I prefer the Bell Lap because you take a right out of the pens. This one takes a left out of the pens.
Yeah, this one is up the cobblestones.
Yes,
I
correct.
think.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and so this is so we've got 10 laps here. We've been talking internally about this, and I can say this because this probably won't come out till after the race. And I'll have to report back to how this works or not. But we're talking about I would like to push the pace and make a separation because I'm not the sprinter. So, thankfully, somebody else is a faster sprinter than I am. But we have to get the sprinter to the line. So it's 4v4. Do you think that we should go early, or should we play it out and push it up in the last 2 laps, or what do you think? We've got basically 2 diesels, me, who's I don't know what I am, and then and a sprinter.
Yeah, this will be interesting. Yeah, so yeah, because I think you have one who's out of the 3 rank spread, so they'll get half points too. So I think it'll be a benefit if that person is out on the front trying to that person out of cat is out on the front trying to push the pace as much as possible. I mean, if they can still get away and get the points, right?
So,
I mean, even if it is half.
Yeah, and so because they're out of cat, they're because they catted up. So that means but they're still, since we're still in the season, they're able to race with us. But because they're out of cat, they only get half the points. So if they score 10, they would only get 5. Okay.
Correct.
So does that that would almost be better for them to bring the sprinter to the line instead of me?
Exactly.
Okay.
I mean,
Right.
I've always said if it's a bunch sprint, don't even bother trying to finagle the order and all that. But if they're obviously it from a stats standpoint, it would benefit them to ferry people to the line if there's no one else around. So
okay. Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of dependent on how the race shakes out. And I mean, usually Downtown Dolphin, there's no world where someone's going to be totally by their lonesome, usually.
Yeah.
Usually.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't mind making a separation and making sure that we have, I don't know. This is the other thing. So we were talking earlier about Danger Noodle or the Nope Rope, but but on Danger Noodle, I was thinking about pushing it out, and like you said at the sprint, that's a great idea to do this. We've been talking internally about after you go over the prime or after you go over the hill or whatever to push it there, but I feel like that's a planned spot that everyone's gonna do that. So do you wait until the lap banner or something, or it doesn't matter?
Yeah, I don't think it matters. I mean, I think if you're going to attack, you do it on the slight incline at the cobblestones.
Just because.
That's
the one.
That's just. Yeah. I know everyone expects that to be where an attack is, but if you do want to make your move there, you continue pressing at the top, because I think everyone expects a short reprieve at the top. So you either continue pressing there, or I think there's a series of rollers before you turn right at the towards the finish line.
Yeah,
that would also be the other spot. But those are the only 2. I mean, that makes sense to me.
And that's finishing that direction is better for me. But I do prefer the other. I prefer the Bell Lap. I don't know why. I think because you come out of the pens and you can go up that hill instead of down it.
Right.
but this is yeah. All
Yeah,
right.
they
So
do have. Yeah, and I'm looking at the stats. They do definitely have at least one who's a crazy sprinter.
mhm.
But outside of that, you match up reasonably well, it looks like. So,
And the last time we had last time we raced these people, it was me and one of their two of their riders. It was us three at the end, and it just it it was us three, and I got to the. I was finally able to put in a big dig at the end, and then I got caught at the line, which really stunk. But
yeah.
there's nothing you can do about that. I mean,
Nope.
I just, but I at least because there was one big diesel that like was just pulling and pulling and pulling, and she pulled us all the way to the line, and then I just said we got to pass her, so and then I got passed at the end. But hey, I got second, so yeah. And the good thing about ladder is that it doesn't matter if you get you can still win if if you don't win the race, the team could race.
Yeah.
So then the person that's out of cat, they could would it be better for them to, if for some reason, I don't know, would it be better for them to get half of the lower points or better half of the higher points or?
Well, I mean, like half of 8 is
Mm.
4, right?
Right.
So you lose 4 points, or half of 10 is 5, so you lose 5 points. I mean, you're talking about like 1 to 2 at
Mhm.
most, but that could make a difference in a 4v4 where there's
Yeah.
less points on the table. But
Right.
I mean, I honestly found most of the time when this situation happens, like the math and trying to work out what's best for people across the line, when it really ultimately doesn't end up actually mattering when the race actually plays out. So
Right. Yeah, I know what you
Yeah.
mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be an interesting race. And
Yes, yes, it looks like it. They have looks like you guys are pretty competitive at the uh longer power too, and reasonably competitive on the sprints.
Yeah.
They have higher like racing scores, but I think the matchup for this course in particular will make this quite interesting.
Yeah, I
So,
know. This is I know it makes me nervous, but I'll just push those down with stroop
are you
waffles.
shaking in
Yeah.
your boots?
No, I'm like a wet Danger Noodle. By the way, speaking of Danger Noodle, before I forget about this, I posted my Danger Noodle warm-up list of tunes. I put it in YouTube format so that anybody can listen to it if they want to. But I posted it in the Toontown part of our Discord server. So if anybody wants to get pumped or get an insight into my getting pumped list, definitely give it a try. It's 20 minutes, so it should run you right through your warm up, and then get you ready to rock, so you can get on comms and everything too. So yeah, Josh, what's your go-to warm up music? Do you have anything? What's your go-to?
I like metal music.
Okay.
So, yeah,
And
that gets me jacked. Sometimes too much ahead of the race. I'm like, hopefully I don't get too much adrenaline and burn out in the warm up before the race actually starts.
Right. Oh, well, okay. So, like, give us. Can you? I'll tell you I'll go through my list. But what do you got? Who's like your? What do you like listening to the most? Or you want me to go through mine first?
Yeah, you can go through yours.
Okay. While you're looking some stuff up. All right. So this is it. This is my go. This is for this week. It changes every week. So I've got I'm Not Getting Excited by the Beths. If you know them, they're from New Zealand. And then Sabotage by the Beastie Boys, classic. Better Open the Door by Motion City Soundtrack, which that is from they're from Minneapolis in Minnesota. And then Bomb Drop by Less Than Jake. It's relatively new. Then then this is have you seen the show? Have you seen the show? It's called Arrested Development. Have you ever seen that show? I don't know if you have or not.
I haven't seen it, but I do know.
Yeah,
I
okay.
do know of the show.
Yeah, it's a funny show, and they have music for that show. So there's one of my favorite songs is Balls in the Air. So it's like, how do you juggle all these balls in the air, and you gotta keep the balls up and everything. And anyway, so got that to keep in your head, and then The Sweetness by Jimmy Eat World. If the sweetness is that song. I don't know if you know that one. But then the last one, it ends with Karate Kids, You're the Best Around.
That's funny.
So just to help you out there at the end. But all right. So what? And that's posted, so anybody can listen to it if they want to. But yeah, Josh, who do you go?
So I have Spotify Premium,
Mm-hmm.
but I will say like I'm terrible about like actually using it the way it's meant to be used. So I normally just like pick a couple songs that I like and then do the whatever the mixes are.
That's a great way to do it though.
So I really like Falling in Reverse is one of my favorite bands. So
I don't know that band.
yeah.
I'm gonna have to look them up.
Yeah, so it's again like more rock music, but yeah, it's so I just put together whatever like the or whatever Spotify recommends me, and it's generally pretty good. So
That's awesome. Yes,
Yeah.
I will say that the Spotify. So I'm a YouTube music person, and I would say that the Spotify generator seems to be better than the YouTube one because it just keeps on going to my likes, which is fine too. But
I mean, they're both generally pretty good.
it's getting
YouTube
better.
music too, so.
It's way better than it used to be. So
Yeah.
And they have an AI generator too that does that, but that never seems to pick what I want it to pick. I don't know, but you should know me by now, YouTube. But anyway. All right. Well, that's a good place to stop right there, Josh. Thank you, Josh, for coming on this week in this impromptu episode. This really worked out well. And thank you everybody for listening this week and every other week. And we appreciate everyone's ideas. We've been getting a bunch of ideas too about some people to bring on and everything too. Feel free to send me a message or send Josh a message or just put it out on our Discord server, which is a great thing to go ahead and jump on our Discord server and check it out. And you can also find our Watopian Weekly YouTube channel, which will have all these posted as well, and our Discord server. And you can also send us an email to watopianweekly@gmail.com, and we can get in touch and let us know what you think about the episodes too. There's a spot on the Discord server for people to talk about that, and that's been really cool. So we love it. We check it regularly and everything too. So it's been fantastic. So Josh, you have any other shout outs or anything you want to give? Shout out to Vortex.
Yeah. Shout out to Vortex. Shout out to Cypher.
Yeah, exactly. And so with that, ladies and gentlemen, wait a second. Shout out to Merclonia and to definitely to the Coalition Epiphany here. This is gonna be awesome this week. So, and good luck everybody racing this week on the Danger Noodle. Don't get scared by the arrabbiata sauce or anything like that. So I think I said it right. I probably just offended half the people. That's all right. Okay. Well, thank you, everybody, and we'll see you all in Watopia.